Hello everyone! So many of you guys have been asking for this tutorial that I figured it was finally time to give it a shot. So here it is, my tutorial on throat singing. The tutorials that I use to learn how to throat sing are done by Aliki Katriou, a classically trained singer and harsh vocalist, and I will link her videos somewhere up in the corner or down in the description below. Now before we start, I want to give you a couple of tips to help you get started and to make sure that you don't hurt yourself. First tip, drink plenty of water when you're doing this, especially when you're starting out. Second tip, go easy on yourself. Don't push yourself too hard. Overall, that is the one tip that I wish I would have followed more closely whenever I was first starting out. So just don't make the same mistake that I did and try to push yourself too hard and throat sing past your comfortable limit. If it hurts, stop, take a break, drink some water, and come back tomorrow. The third and final tip I would give you is relax. It's a lot better to learn how to relax your throat singing and then gain volume by compression, rather than starting out with compression and then not being able to relax until you're, a year in, which was the mistake that I made. Alrighty, let's begin. I will be following the same steps that Aliki Katriou uses in her tutorials, so if I don't explain these well enough, you can go and watch her videos, because she explains it a lot better than I do. We're going to start by activating the processes that usually involve false fold phonation, and that would be coughing and clearing your throat. The way you're going to want to start is by clearing your throat or coughing, and then extending the end. Do you hear how that's starting to vibrate my false folds? So what you're going to want to do is start maybe a little bit higher in your false fold range, which will come naturally. And you're going to want to extend the end of your cough. It's gonna hurt, it's gonna feel unpleasant. Again, don't push yourself. Follow tip 2, and drink plenty of water as well while you're at it. After a couple of days of doing that, you're going to want to try to move to different vowels. And additionally, you're going to want to extend the length of your throat singing. Now all this comes down to practice. Just start on the vowel that you're comfortable with and slowly move in between the vowels. You might notice more difficulty doing some vowels rather than others, and that's okay. Just practice them and keep your throat singing consistent across all of the vowels. After you've gained consistency going from vowel to vowel in your throat singing, you might want to learn how to get a clean onset onto your throat singing, rather than coughing or clearing your throat. So that again comes down to practice, just straight activation. Now again, I've had a couple of years of practice, so it might come easier to me than it comes to you. Again, have patience with yourself. Practice makes perfect. The next exercise is practicing moving from your vowels to M and N. These are very nasal sounds, so the place of resonance is going to move from your throat to your nose. That can be difficult in throat singing, so it requires specific practice. What will often happen to beginner throat singers is, as you move from a vowel to M or N, it'll cut out. It'll sound something like this. But as you gain more experience and you do this exercise, you'll be able to clearly throat sing on M and N. Further down the line, when you're comfortable throat singing, you might find out that there's more than one way to place your throat singing in your throat. This is about when I figured out that I needed to relax my throat singing rather than fully compress. I moved from only singing up here and really compressing my throat singing to relaxing, and then I could get lower. This isn't something you need to focus on for another while yet, so don't worry about it for now. One danger you might face is whenever you're trying to go lower in throat singing, it might slip into what's called vibration bass. It'll sound something like this. While this is a useful skill to learn, especially if you're going into beatboxing, this is not something that we need to focus on right now. And in fact, it's something that we should focus on removing from our throat singing for now. And last of all, just have fun. Follow the 3 tips I gave you. Drink plenty of water, don't push yourself too hard, and relax your throat singing. Best of luck to you in your throat singing journey. See ya.